All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little introduction here. We got our awesome MSI Jacqualyn Bellavia-Duhon, who runs this on Saturdays. Kenny and I so appreciate her enthusiasm. But when you got a fellow wine lover, always awesome. And we've shared a lot of wine in a lot of places. We'll be doing it again here soon. And I mean, how great is our life? I put my video on here for a second. I mean, how great a life do we get to share these incredible wines together? And I'm just going to start off by just reminding everybody we have an event coming up for Triple R 247 and direct to consumer ambassador for our Wine of the Month celebrations and everything. This is our award. This is our yearly celebration. We are releasing a new wine that we've never released before, a new varietal that's been in the make for years. It's finally ready, and it's being unveiled under the label winners label in an amazing gala dinner with foods that are absolutely going to be just divine with this wine. And I'll come up here in October. The gala is on Saturday, the 14th. So we're a lot of us are coming in on the 12th. We get together with our teams, a lot of team nights on the 13th. We have a lot of people coming in on Thursday. So in the lobby is going to be great. We had a lot of celebration of winners that were just selling in the course of the year. It's the biggest actually turnout of that type of winning. We're taking a lot of people to a dinner Thursday, and the numbers keep going. Obviously, we're doing something right. This is just phenomenal. Then Friday night, socializing with the team. There's a lot of team meetings. Saturday, we have breakfast at 8 to 9:30. That's included in the ticket. We have this in the hotel. And then from 9:30 to 4, I promise you, it's pretty intense training. We're going to be in classroom. We're filling that room up. Those that went last time, we will not have room for tables. So we're doing a very immersive training. It'll go by super quick, and I want you guys to be famished, starving, ready to eat your arm off by the time we go to the restaurant, because those first tastes with the wine and the food that it is being paired with is going to just blow your mind. So we want the setting to be just right, time just right. And then we have obviously awards with, obviously label winner being the biggest award that I can ever even think of. And then we obviously will be representing, a lot of the other achievements along the year. Great time. And then Sunday, we're going to go have some fun at Universal. Sunday night, we're going to have fun at the Universal Horror Nights. It's it's Hollywood style Halloween party, right? Like the theme. I mean, it's awesome, fun time that we get to do this. And then I know other people are staying. Some people are staying all the way till the next Wednesday. This is our family reunion. This is our office time. This is the time we get together. We all work remotely. This is a big thing. I'll put the link down below. We have hit the room numbers already, and I extended the rooms. When we tell everybody, I'm glad everybody's jumping on this, because it is the Halloween Horror Nights. We're right next to Universal. We're gonna have people that want to go here. They're staying at another hotel because this will be sold out. That's a fact. So get your rooms. I just got them to open rooms up. If we sell them out, I need to know right now in the next week to come, we can keep adding rooms until the hotel's sold out. I sell the hotel out for Triple R 247, which based on how many people should be going, we should be able to do. And then that'll be ideal. So I'm going to put this link down here.
Got it for you.
Oh, you're awesome. And and your people there. Now I'll tell you something. We'll be taking the ticket sales for the event. The restaurant is awesome. I'll leave it there. All right, Jackie, I'm going to pass this over to you to do the stuff we do today. You've got one of our guests. You got one of our PSIs that is cranking it in the business, that's coming on to do some food and wine stuff. I'm going to hand it over to you guys. I'm going to go on mute. I'm going to go and get ready to salivate. Last week, you guys, sometimes I think this food thing we're doing, I think it's awesome, but sometimes it's torturous. Because you're like, I want that, and then you gotta I gotta beg Tanny to start making stuff. We gotta pull these things up. Anyway, Jack, you and if we have time left over, I'll do some more postings or something.
We will have time for you, and yes, you are going to love what she's hosting, featuring today. It's near and dear to my heart. But anyway, welcome to the Saturday morning, what I like to call the wine brunch hour. It is August 12th, and I absolutely love this time. But I want to give a plug. If you missed the meeting before this, by all means, you need to go rewatch the live. We have so much stuff happening in this platform. It is phenomenal. And he just did a great job. I'm not going to tell you what it was. So if you missed it, you better go watch it. But anyway, I've been on these parts for about 5 years and I absolutely love it. I'm full-blooded Italian and I love wine. So when he says I'm a wine drinker, I am. But the purpose of this meeting that we do every Saturday is we call this DTCA Wine Club an education club. There's so many people that really don't know the difference between what we call a store-bought wine punch and our fine wines. Our wines are cultivated with care. They're cultivated in Napa and Sonoma Valley. We do not rush the process. They are fermented naturally. And so there is a big difference. And just like Rory always says, if you want to, you can have the best product or service in the whole world, but if you don't talk about it and share it, nobody knows it. So we have an opportunity to do just that on this call, as well as our global advertising that we do on a regular basis. And as you know, our wine membership club is our #1 anchor, and it is our #1 anchor for a reason. Wine is global. Everybody loves wine. I think that the stats, and I'll probably say it wrong, but I think the average household in America drinks 1 to 2 bottles of wines a week. So it is really a great club. I absolutely love it. I always like to tell the story that before I got involved in this wine club, I was a cab snob. Okay, that's all I would drink: red wine, heavy tannin, Cabernet Sauvignon. Well, I've been learning a lot more about wine, even though I've been around wine my whole life, given my heritage. But I now have broadened my palate. There's not a wine that we offer that I can't tell you that I really don't enjoy, because there's a lot more to wine than just drinking it for the alcohol content. There is ways to pair it. There's ways to bring out the great flavors in a wine and how you pair it. And that's what we do on this call. So today I am so excited to have one of our PSIs with me. I absolutely adore this lady. She is on fire. She is consistent week in and week out. She works hard, but what she's going to bring you today, I absolutely love. It's near and dear to my heart. And so I am going to introduce you to Miss Ashley Ivery, and she's going to come on and she's going to talk about her dish. And I do believe she is going to pair it with some cab today. So Ashley.
Thank you, Jackie.
Hey, my baby.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. You look beautiful. So what do you have for us today, darling?
So, as a mom of 4, I have to make sure I have every minute of my day accounted for. So I do have a sauce that I make, and I'm able to, make a lot of it so I can freeze it, take it out whenever I want, and dinner's done in like 15 minutes. So that's what I am going to show you guys today. It does take a little while to make, because I do make it from scratch. But once it's done and I freeze it, I can just, take it right out and it's ready to go. And actually today is one of those days where I need it ready to go, because we are busy today with a lot of different things and activities. So I'm glad dinner's already ready and made for me. And with this sauce, you can actually pair it with any kind of pasta that you want. So it's pretty cool. Just take your pasta out, take your sauce out, and boom, 15 minutes, you're ready to rock and roll. The girls actually really love it with cheese ravioli, but today I made it with spaghetti. So it's already done. It's already ready to go, because I gotta hit the door as soon as this is over. So I am going to show you, and I'm hoping that you can see it without me spilling it all over the place.
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
There you go. And I am pairing it with and I hope I say his name right, the Antonio.
Perfect.
Fab.
And it's going to go great with that.
My lighting in here sucks, so you probably can't see the bottle, but
we can see the wine bottle.
Okay, perfect. So that is what I am pairing it with. And you do have my recipe page, right?
I absolutely do. And y'all, she wrote a fabulous page with her ingredients and her recipe and how she paired it. And I will be sharing that in the chat with you all. So be sure to copy it down and check it out. She did a really, really nice page on how she makes this sauce.
So if you're like me and you need something quick to make, during the week, if got 4 kids like myself, this is for you. And so I'm going to go ahead and actually taste the wine now by itself before I taste the food.
Ashley, did you open that wine up? Did you aerate that wine or anything for a bit?
I did. I opened it this morning. So
Yep.
And it's been sitting out and ready to go.
Awesome.
Tastes pretty good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It really is. Wow.
And if you all were on here a couple of weeks ago, Peter is one of the co-owners of the winery, along with Rory and Tanya, and he told the story behind the label. And that was very fascinating. So if you haven't seen that clip, you might want to go check that live out too, because it was a very, very, he's Greek. And that was a really, really unique story that he told. So there's a lot that goes in to our wine, not just how we make our wines, but the labels themselves have a lot of meaning behind them. So,
All right, I'm going to go ahead and now pair it. Come on there, get on that fork. Wow, that's a difference. And when I tasted it before till now, I can actually taste wow, I can actually taste the garlic in it, which I do love garlic. So, and it just enhanced the sauce by a lot.
I would imagine with the heavy tannins in that particular wine, having what your ingredients are, you have the tomato puree and a lot of garlic and cheeses and stuff. I would think that would bring that out and have a pretty strong finish on the back of your palate. That is a heavy cab that she is pairing that with, and her dish is a heavy dish. That is an Italian staple. Okay, we call it gravy, some people call it sauce, depending on what region you're from, but it's a hearty dish, and that wine is exactly the pair that I would have chosen, Ashley. So
I'm actually excited now to get home so I can have dinner. I'm ready.
I bet you are, darling. But
really
guys,
good.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to joining us this morning. We absolutely loved having you, love to have you again, and taking time for your preparation. And I certainly hope you enjoy your day with your family. I know you have to run, but we will see you later. And just thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me, Jackie.
All right, darling. So before we close and before I turn it back over to Roy, because he does have a lot going on, and we try to do these short and sweet, just to give you a little tease about what wines we're pairing with. One thing we talk about on this particular show every week is explore. We like for you, whatever wines you have, there's no right or wrong. That's how you're going to grow your palate, is if you try different things. And sometimes when you think, well, it's a certain dish, so I'm going to do a white. Let me tell you, we've learned a lot in the last several weeks about people really stepping out on a limb and trying different varietals with different plates of food that you would never think would pair well, and they actually do. And that's what the education is all about. It really, really is. Have fun with it. And let me tell you what, when you have a good fine wine like ours, you're never going to go wrong with it anyway. And if this is your first time here, get back with the person that brought you here. They can tell you all about how to become a member or a customer, and or just keep joining us and learn as you will. But I will tell you one thing. You will not find a better wine out there than what you have the ability to get in this club. And what I mean by that is, if you retailed our wines in the retail stores today, they'd go for about $1 or $1.25, meaning $125 a bottle. And you are getting these at very, very reasonable prices simply because of how the model works. There is no middleman. Okay. We have the wine growers, the wine cultivators, the winemakers, who, by the way, come from generations of legacy winemakers that Rory and Tanya and Peter have made relationships to make our wines. Okay, it goes straight from there to our bottle to our warehouse, where the wines are bottled until they are ready. Excuse me, where not bottled, where they're put in the big barrels until they are ready. And there's a lot of tasting that goes along the way to tweak that as they are fermenting. They do not rush our wines. And let me let you know something else. If you find a wine that you do like, you might want to get a custom case, because when the wine's done, it's done. This is a boutique winery. You will not get another vintage of that. And when the next one comes out, it's going to taste totally different, as it should. Because depending on the climate and the rain and how everything goes during the years when that wine is being made, has a big play into how that wine is going to taste. And that's what real wine is supposed to do. And our owners are very, very passionate about that, to keep that culture going. We talk a lot about in other countries, it's just cultural, guys. I mean, you start tasting wine and with food when you're very young. I've done that my whole life. Simply because of my heritage, even though I am American Italian. But many people don't have that opportunity, and we've lost so much over the years, and they're trying to bring that culture back, and they're very, very passionate about it. So that's really all I have today. I am going to post Ashley's page for you all, and we are here every week, same time, same channel. Hope that you are getting little golden nuggets every week about how our wines do pair and what we are all about. So with that, Rory, if you're back around, I do know you have a lot to cover.
I never left.
Additions. So I'm going to turn it right back over to you, sweetheart.
All right. So I'm going to say something about Ashley's. You guys. So Tanya has her sauce recipes have been passed with the family. What she just shared, you guys, is if you don't have one of those in your back pocket, you need one, because it does make meal prep easy. And especially, I can tell you, raising kids and having like the 7, we had all the sports and stuff going on. Tanya would do this exact process. It saves so much, right? But it's also, that sauce tastes better the second day, the third day, and then even when you have it frozen, right, and you bring it back out and you put it in the crock pot, those aromas get going. And Tanya just knows how to doctor it up. But I'm telling you, that is something that everybody should have in their back pocket when feeding anybody. And those hearty sauces, man, they go good with wine. All of them. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my page. I'm going to share my screen. We're working on the brain food stuff. You guys, I'm gonna put this out there. Oh, guys, check this out. It's my 3-year anniversary today. So 3 years in Anchor Offer number 2. You guys, we did it on a Saturday. You guys can see that too. They put this stuff out there. 3 years when we started pushing this out. It goes by quick. And let me get to this. All right, hold on. I've got a join links. I've got this. All right, so we're on the teachers right here, guys. Okay, so I've got all my links. I've been modifying them all. I'm going to go through the one that I was editing. There it is. And we want to make sure that, so this goes to, like, right here goes to the, I do a call out for teachers. I think I want to make this purple. I'm going to heading. I'm going to unbold that because when you bold in a heading, there it goes. I'm going to go purple and just do a different call. Okay. And the parent account link I'm changing. I had everybody use placeholders for the contact us. We want to be using the parent account, which is this one. That's my join link. So I'm going to go back to my edit. I'm changing all of them to this. And I got to make sure it's an open in tab. That one goes there. That's perfect. That's a contact us below. Parent account. That goes good. I got that one done. Okay, perfect. And that one's done. Okay, and I'm gonna hit update. And this is Education Gets a Major Reboot with Brain Food Academy. This is an article I like to push out because it's like, it's explaining it. It can go there. We do need to get some videos to make this even better. I know we do. I know it's something that needs to be explained, but we can send stuff here. It talks about it all, but people in there and just fill out an account, right? And then see the curriculum and be dripped on. And so I'm going to literally push this article out. So I'm going to hit preview the page. There it is. There's that. I'm going to go to my Facebook and I'm going to put this on my personal Facebook as education, right? And I've been started dripping on it, and one post doesn't, a lot of people don't even see it, right? And we're going to put this out. So I have the link. I'm going to put it below, but I'm going to come in here, right? And I'm going to go to my photo video and I'm going to go to Rory 3 in my Dropbox. That's where my memes and stuff are. There it is. And education. And I think the one I want is in April. There's Educate Boot, right? So I'll put this out there. Let's see. I think I'll do this. Open houses. All right, so I'll go ahead and create this post with that. And then after I create the post, I'm going to add my link. If you put a link in there, it gets blocked a lot with their algorithms. They don't like to put our links out there unless it's like a YouTube link or something like that. And so we'll work on that. I'm going to come down here, see more here, right? And I'll hit enter. And that'll bring up my image in the page here. And that's my post, right? And I'll put this out there every 3 days, every 4 days, in addition to everything else that we market, and it's there. And I'm gonna really tell you guys, Pinterest, anywhere where you see the homeschool films and the stuff that's like that, right? And it's pretty remarkable to me. Like, you got to be, we put this stuff out there, but it's remarkable to me on how many groups are around homeschooling and education, and what we'll do to route for that and get things going. But anyway, get your pages done. We're going to work on posting. We're going to work on getting the message out constantly, right? We're not waiting for it. Now we get to do our part and market. And we're going to really be doing focuses on teachers. And as soon as we have the teacher focus done individual way we need it, I'm going to start sharing that here too. Like, you guys, you got to meet this awesome, teacher Corey, Don, and talk about it and put that out there. And if you want teachers like this is where you need to send your kid. This is where it's at. Now, what I want to do is I want to focus on a specific ad. Okay, I'm going to go to so I got my teachers. I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to go back to my post. And I'll put that on there too. Right. So I'm adding the teacher thing. That's fine. And this is obvious. This is my personal Facebook. I'll put it out in other things too. But I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go search. And I'm just going to go on here too. And I'm going to tell you, I bring this up. I want my brain food page. I found one and I'm trying to find it again. So there's places, and you got to be, you can't just go out there and throw an ad unless they offer advertising, right? So they're showing all the stuff that's in here. This is this, and there's a lot here. So like something that's good is I can subscribe to the to that if I want to. I also can I'm looking for anywhere I can post it, like I said, and I mean this is the right type of place, right? And I can add a comment. Doesn't look like they post any of them. I'm just gonna put They actually let it post. It's there. So that right now, guys, is a win. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna go to my headlines and ad training. I'm gonna go to Brain Food Academy. So I'm gonna put new folder, advertising, Brain Food Academy. I'll make a new folder. I'm gonna do on these two. I'm gonna start getting better on how I name these. And what is Brain Food Academy? I'm gonna go BA. I think it, yeah, good. It let me. So I do that. There it is. BA, advertising brain food. I'm gonna come here, new docs, and literally military, education forums, and places to post. I'll queue it up because I like to do that sometimes. Actually, I like to do it all the time. And I'm just keeping track of where I did it. And this is just an example. And I'm going to tell you, like, military, and I know this because I was raised a military brat, right? And I also know that in the sequence of my family members, and there's still a lot in the military, they put information out all the time. They're trying to engage them. But if I told you education on a military base is lacking, I'm not just making a statement that has no backing. They know it is. They're begging for it. And if we get one base on and we're successful with that, this becomes awesome. And they're hungry, they're looking for it. And think about it, they want their kids to have it. There's resources available to fund it. But bringing teachers into a military base to teach, just think about, just say that out loud and think, wow, how many people really want to do that? Therein lies the problem. This, we get to bring awesome education to them, regardless of where they're located. So it's just getting that barrel out there, getting that message out there, and finding the right advocate of this, right? The right advocate of it. So it's just about getting that conversation going and then see where it brings in. So I'm going to show you guys. I told you. I mean, look, it didn't take me that long to find this. I got out there. They actually let the post go, which is it is a public domain, and there's the DVIDs, right? So they have all their acronyms, and I don't really want to do all that, but we'll tell them that stays on there. Here's community, here's educators, partnership, education. All right, so I got that one. I'm gonna go look at another one. So let's see. And we need to get, I mean, we'll find the right promoters, the right influencers to start doing videos and share this stuff too. Like, we just got to get the ball rolling, right? And that's what I've always done in anything I've ever marketed, is get the ball rolling, push it out there, and we'll find stuff to do there. And looking at this right now, this is a forum. I mean, it's so military to like abbreviate everything, right? MSOTF instead of, I mean, it's so military. All right, so I'm gonna keep looking for stuff like this. You guys get it? We'll just, keep running it. I could do a contact us too, where it's like, there we go. Rory. Oops, not what I wanted. And I was trying to guys get down how I'm going about it to do it. No space. And I'll just keep track of what I did so I can follow up, right? And I'll keep track of where it's at. Oops. I might have too many in there. Let's see. I'm not sure why not let me select this. So let's see. Finally got it to go through. Okay. So, so I changed it up. I'm not sure. All right, that's done. And I'm going to go to, so I'm going to go here. I'll grab my brain food link. Yeah, I'm just fishing, right? This is fishing, but like everything is in marketing, I'm putting it out there, I'm educating it. I was going to put notes of what I did it. And I'm going to put this out there. Anybody that wants to like do this, you guys all know hands-on, right? We're hands-on. So if, between, Daniel, myself, Sheila, I mean, we all can represent this and run this up any flagpole, literally, to get response going, to get the right contact. We got to let the world know we exist. We want them to see it. They can do their due diligence. Did it send? Perfect. And And they come back, they're like, yeah, we got to talk about it. I mean, we know they're looking for solutions. I know that the military bases are constantly fighting for a solution for education. I'm also going to tell you this, and I know this because I get all the communications to the military with regards to Army and Navy. They don't have the solution that they're touting for everybody to use. They try to run their own schools. They've been trying to do the traditional stuff. Remember, they're military. They're educating of the of the people on the bases. While it's super important, they're military first, right? They want a solution, and right now it's there. But also, I know from talking to so many people in the space, and we started doing this years ago. Military bases is one of those places where I was like, that's a place we can absolutely impact, because even the base you're at, you don't have access to everything. You don't have access to a lot. And you're going to learn different ways, and not everybody wants to grow up and do the military even when their dad does it, and people aspire to different things. We give them resources and for anything, so it's just one of those niches that I'll focus on. So I'm coming up to the near time. You guys are getting the idea on this, and we want to every nook and cranny and get the awareness out there, but we do it through our link. They get an apparent link, they're in, right? And now we're dripping on them with all the other stuff. They can come forward, and people that are looking for opportunities or solutions, we gotta put it out there, right? It's fishing, marketing and fishing. I think that's why I like to fish so much, is when you cast that line, right? You're hoping that you're in the right place with the right little message for that fish to take advantage of it. And then you get a play, right? It's same thing, I guess, right? So that's why I always use those analogies, because it just hits home on that. All right, I'm going to stop my share. Jackie.
Yes, sir.
Just letting people know that we have this, we have that, we have this, we have that. That's all we're doing. The minimum everybody should be doing is the opposite of shutting up. If you're shutting up, you're not hurting, you're hurting your business. All right. Talk. When I'm in conversations, and everybody probably knows this about me, I could talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Outgoing, I like to do that, but I have such a vast amount of knowledge to share with anybody, because we have so many things going on. And so when you get to know them, basically do a BRT. Sean, you cracked me up. Is Sean on here?
Sean BRT's everybody. I've been in cars with him before.
Yes.
He don't get in the car good, and he's BRTing.
He's not even, the seatbelt's not even on. He's BRT.
No, he's
right?
already. I mean,
yeah.
He's phenomenal.
And the thing about it is we have something for everybody now. We have, and I'm not going to tell you we're done at, because that would be just not right of me. We will constantly be adding to the circular motion, because of the way that PBS is designed, the way that we can circularly market everything, we can market everything we want to. Everything we want to. I always put that out there. We market everything we want to. And, education is a major area, right? And, we didn't do it just to do it. We did it because someone had to. And we got the resources. God's paid the path for us. We had to do something with this education path, and one thing I really hate, complaining without a solution. Like, if you're going to complain about a problem, you better have a solution, right? Because to find a problem, complain about it, anybody can do that. That's not even a 10-cent trick. Everybody can do that. What we have to do is solve things, right? And if you find a problem and you solve it, they say you can make a lot of money. Well, you got to solve the problem, and then you still got to market it, right? You guys, you'll hear me say this time. We're solving problems as marketers. And now we're solving education because of our community, and that we're marketers. Now we just got to market it and get it out there. So, think outside the box when you do that. And I'll tell you this, it doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to pink out there. It doesn't hurt. What's the worst that anybody can say? No, we're not interested. Okay. But we made them aware that we exist, right? And it's just, remember, the law of awareness in marketing is very powerful. All right. It goes both ways, right? Humans, right? We are so much going around us all the time. Our brain's computing and making decisions at rapid speeds all the time. Even when you just walk around, your brain's taking things in, making decisions, being aware all the time. So everybody's in their mode. They're all doing that. They're not paying attention to this, that, the other until they're aware of it, right? That's why, they'll go buy a car. They think that they have the only red, this model of a sports car. I remember when I bought my first Miata, Okay. I didn't see any of them on the street. I really wasn't aware of them. I'm like, man, those little roadsters are really cute. I grew up driving. I learned to drive on an MG midget. If anybody knows what an MG midget is, it's a big hole in the ground. You throw a lot of money in, but it's disguised as a fun, cute convertible is what it's disguised as. But really, it's a big hole you throw endless money into to keep driving it. So we had MG midget, and I was 12, and it's a stick shift, and that's what I learned to drive. So obviously, I've been attached to it, and I learned to drive this little car all over. And when I saw these, the Mazda it's the Mazda M3 now model, but it's the Mazda Miata came out. My marketing teacher, Mr. Black, and he still has them today. He got one of the first ones that came out. He was so excited because it was the price of that little roadster without the roadster bill, without that big hole. And so, he gets it. And I kind of idolized this teacher. He was very good for me. He challenged me. I know I frustrated the heck out of him because I'm me. And I watched how much love he had for that car. And so I got a Miata, and has some great stories in it. But when I bought it and I drove it off the lot on the way home, I saw 15 of them. And I went, I never saw those before. And I know about the law of awareness at this point. I'm doing the marketing thing. And I just realized that, that's where it's at. So that's on that side. Well, the other side of it is, look how we market wine. We have people say like, oh, I don't know anybody that drinks wine. I don't hear that anymore, but I used to. When we started market this in 2016, and say like, oh, I don't know anybody that drinks wine. I'm like, okay, well, it's there. And then, session 2 at the time or the next training, they'd be like, I was talking to my sister and she drinks wine all the time. She wasn't aware that now that we're making people aware. See, that all caters to it. Well, education, you may not think that your neighbor, your friend, the person that's on your post up is thinking about homeschooling, but today they probably are. And if they know there's a solution, that's better. And the more we can hit them with different angles and share the teachers, we know how to get it out there. We know we got that. And at some point, someone's going to be going, man, maybe we got to give this a shot. And they give it a shot and they like it. The ripple effect is there, right?
Well,
and I put this out
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got to tell you this because it just popped in my head and I'll forget it. But guys, school is just going back in. And if you're looking at the feeds out there, people are scared to death to drop their little ones off at those schools. There's a fear there because of everything that's happened in the past, and it's real. I mean, it could happen. I know. I thank God every day I don't have to go drop Joey Duhon off at school today. And so we have a really huge opportunity, and it may be that you don't have kids or grandkids or whatever, but there are people out there that are very, very feared. Teachers are scared to death to go teach because of everything going on in the world. So, I mean, we're here to help them, and we have the solution. So don't be scared to put it on your Facebook or whatever, wherever your avenue is.
Do you know what, Jackie? I'm going to add to that 2 things. One, Tanya, we let our kids make their own choices on how they're going to raise their kids, which we're going to influence as grandparents. All right. And you guys know Tanya and I, so you can kind of, as much as you can understand that, but Brielle and Garrett and Gavin and Chloe, they're all like, hey, we like this homeschool idea. Like, if that's what everything's doing. But you guys, we bet on us all the time, right? And we got the best people in this community. That's who's going to be teaching in the future. I would rather trust that than what I've seen in my own experiences of public education and raising our kid in the different education paths that they've gone. And we've taken different paths with each different one. We just get to do that, right? Actually, I got to pause for a second. We are just hit over. And to answer your question, Niall, yeah, of course a PSI can train on the V marketing training. So you guys, I think we might have a treat on it today. And I'll just put this out there. Okay, you guys are getting this. We can talk about this market to death. That being said, we're going to go to the V marketing hour. I'm going to shut off this recording in just a second. You guys, V marketing. If you guys are seeing, let me tell you, oh my gosh, I got to just get this out there. 2 things. 1, no matter what you're doing, if you're doing V marketing, you're growing, because the bigger your team grows, the more reach you get, right? You want to have more success, help more people get in here. So if you're like, I don't know anybody for this, I don't know anybody for that, you don't need to. You just need to connect them to your team and open it up. All right. So we're going to the V Marketing 2 hours of training. Niall, I am so glad you're bringing this on there. So we got Dina, Eddie, obviously the husband and wife team coming in here, but actually I think Dina right now is hotter on the BRTs than Niall. So you guys want to learn from the best right now? It is Dina. So Niall, I'm glad you're bringing her on there because she's really stepped up and is showing how this is getting done.
Still my number one student, but I don't know about.
I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure when Tanya was looking at the numbers on PBS's, there's an Eddie that's kicking butt, and I don't think it starts with Niall.
She had a great week again. Yeah, I got it handed to me again. You're right.
Yeah, so I think having her teach right now is absolutely perfect. She's on fire, guys. Pay attention to how she does it, and just remember, she learned the same way. When she first started doing this, it was rough. I remember, but she had that will and that drive, and she had that constant instructor that was not being her best friend, that was being a solid mentor on just do the work this way. Rory says to do it this way, do it this way. And now she's really building. She is an asset to everything there. If she's your instructor, you got someone that's driving your success with you. And I'd take it away now. I'm going to stop this recording. I'll say this, if you're not part of Triple R 247, give us a call, 877-310-5353. Get with your instructor if you have one, respond to anything. The next hour or next 2 hours is training on how we actually build organizations to build a marketing in a bigger way. It's amazing leverage, but because of the way we show this, we'll not ever show this on YouTube. We're going to be showing exactly how to do it. This is literally